Generic greetings! Another day dawns on Genericsville, and we've got some problems to deal with straight away. In the previous episode, we placed the airport. As you can see, we had to do a lot of alteration with the land and such like that, but it's actually in now, which is good, but sadly, it doesn't have any power or electricity, so we'll be sorting that out. We also went around and placed a lot of highway entrances and exits because we were getting some traffic problems in the centre. Now, we do still have those problems, as you can see, but I was thinking, perhaps, of changing the entire area, this entire stretch of road to non like heavy vehicles. Essentially, you can go over to this part and you can go to a ban on heavy traffic. Now, I don't know whether that will actually work. I really don't know whether that'll function or not, because if they don't go on that bit, then essentially they will then force themselves down this road, and that's just as bad. So we'd have to then put it on this bit, which means they can only go around here, which is understandable because this is obviously where a lot of the high industry stuff is, and then they would have to use the highway, which is exactly what we want. But we'll have to see how it goes. In this episode, what I want to do is fix a couple of the problems that we made in the last episode. So, for example, things like not water, not power, over here as well, no water. And then we'll crack on with just building the city up. As you can see, we've got a very high demand for offices and industry, as well as a medium demand for commercial zone and a small demand for residential. So let's crack on straight away by going over to water and then to, oh, we actually see sewage treatment's quite low as well. We'll sort that out. We'll go over to heating and such, and we want to increase our heating nodes to something like that because we will be having more pipe networks and more like city around here. So there we go. That should hopefully resolve that issue. Another bit while we are here, over to this side, and we'll go over to standard pipe network, and then we will connect up this, which is our airport, which is hopefully going to be very, very good. We don't have power here, but we can easily resolve that by simply putting in something like this, there and there, and that should hopefully resolve it, although it depends on whether it classes that being inside the lines. It does, and now we have an airport that's all connected up, and we've got a little plane there as well. Oh, in fact, there it goes. Look, it's backing up. I didn't know a plane could back up on its own. I thought you need tow things, and here we go. It's clipping through loads of trees, which I should really resolve, so let's just sort that out for a start off. Let's go to oh, hang on, it's taking off. And I'll tell you what, that doesn't half bank around, doesn't it? But there it goes. Sweet. Right, let me sort these problems out with the trees, because that is really, really going to cause us some problems. So we're probably best off going over to here and going... Actually, no, we'll probably go to simply demolish, maybe? Yeah, just demolish these trees. Just demolish them like so. I have to be very careful I don't click on the wrong thing here, because even though these trees are single entities, if they're near this, it could delete the runway, which is something I obviously do not want to do. And we're just going to clear the trees around it. I don't want to clear too many, but enough so that the plane doesn't crash. I don't think that's an unreasonable request. Right, there we go. And what's that? It's a bear. And that's a wolf. Right, a bear and a wolf are looking to get on a plane. He's looking, have I missed my flight? I've never seen that. At least not to my recollection. Actual proper wildlife on the map. Either that or it's escaped from over there somewhere, but to be honest, I might put some sort of railing. Huh. I'm sorry, the plane from Genericsville to Genericsville 2, the Genericsville 2ing, is delayed because a bear has been sucked into the engine intake and has been minced and come out the other side. Yeah, you wouldn't really want to hear that, would you, on your plane? You'd go, oh, I'm going to have to spend more money on coffee. Anyway, so... there's that resolved. This part is resolved, although that was our power. Let us pretty much fix the issue with residential. Actually, I don't need to because I've already done it. Huh, all this is still designated as residential. Fantastic. Excellent. So... we don't need to bother with that one. We have a very high demand for a couple of things, but actually, I really should go ahead and sort out the sewerage issue. So, we're going to go to this side, and we're going to go over to our water, and then to the sewage processing. And as you can see, we do have a lot of areas where we can build this now, because we've like expanded. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the sewage treatment. I'm going to put 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, 4 there, and then finally 5, like that. Now you might think, why have I put all of those there? Well, that's because I want to connect all of them up and then essentially run down and then along to here. Okay, and I want to delete these ones. So I want to get rid of all of these ones that I've placed previously. So I don't want that. I don't want that. Nor that. Nor that. Because that's too close to Riverside. It's actually, we've got a lot of pollution coming from there going over to here, which is going to cause us issues. Actually, we've got a lot of garbage piling up around here. We do need to sort that out as well. So hopefully that will resolve it. Oh crap, it won't. It won't because we've got no power. Let me quickly resolve that because otherwise we will have sewage piling up everywhere. And across the area and then into there. Right, so that should resolve that. That should give that electricity, which means sewage availability. Or sewage treatment availability, rather. We don't want availability to sewage. And there you go. So sewage treatment is in the green, and it's going up as these power up. There you go. And water availability is okay as well. Excellent. Speaking of water availability, I want to change... What the hell is that? I think that is saying, essentially, there's too much sewage. Yeah. So the entire city was, like, flooded with sewage for a second. Right, okay. We probably want to put another one of these in, to be honest with you. Obviously, this is going to cause a lot of sewage, like around here, a lot of pollution, but that's as close to the out as I've got. Actually, another place I could put it is around here, to be honest with you. That would, because this is going to flow all the way around that way, but obviously it'll dilute by the time it gets there. We don't really have one going this way, because yeah, it is a river's flowing that away. So we could put one around here. So we might change them eventually, but I think we are going to get an intake. And we will put an intake in a couple of places. I think over here would be reasonable, but it is... I don't know. Maybe it would have been best to put the intakes there and the outputs over here. Probably, wouldn't it? It probably would have been... we could easily just put them here. Because it doesn't backflow, as far as we're aware. There's 5... inputs, and they should be powered up as well because the no, only just off, but that will fix the problem. And then obviously water, we need to just connect up the nodes. The problem I have is essentially the nodes are, why are they not connected? I think it's because they are too close to the... Let me delete these pipes here. They're too close, essentially. I'll pause it for a second, because otherwise... Have I paused it? Yes. Otherwise, it's going to backfill the city again with sewage. Which is generally classed as not good. So... That's connected up. That's connected up. You can hear the little ting noise. And there we go. So that's all of that connected up. If we unpause it, it should then fix the problem. Sewage treatment is not going down, which is good. Or sewage treatment... Yeah, sewage treatment is not going down. What I'm going to do is delete these, because this is where we got like intakes for water, and that's causing this to essentially drain, which is something that several people have mentioned before. So I've been wanting to fix that for quite some time now. There we go. And then we'll come out with that tab, over to deletion once more, and we don't want that bit. Excellent. And... is that out of electricity now? No, that's fine. Okay, so there's that one sorted. So we should have water and power. We do. Electricity, we're also running low of it, and we don't really have anywhere where we can put another dam. We can't put it across here. Well, we can put it across there, but it'll cost a lot of money, and also... Oh, actually, no, we can't, because we're just out of city limits. But if we could, it would block all of these up, and we don't want to do that. The only other place we could really put a dam would be somewhere like... here, but then that would drain all of this. So really, there's nowhere else we can really put it. We do have a nuclear power plant that we can place, and we don't obviously have one in the city, and it might be a nice thing to put in the city. What else could we have? We've also got solar panel network, which we do have 2 of them. Could place more of them, or we could place a nuclear power plant. Now, according to this, noise pollution is 0, as you might expect. Noise pollution is 50. However, the output is 640, so it's really, really good. It does use a lot of water, though. Look how much water it uses. 1,920. Yeah, well, that's cooling, I'm guessing. So where can we place a nuclear reactor in the city? Where would you want to place one? Place one right there. That's like, as you progress around through here, that's like just inside as well. Just inside the city limits. You come across the bridge and then you go and see a nuclear reactor. I think the best place to put it would be near a river, or near like an area around here, but out of the way as well. So essentially, we could place it around here. Place it around here, in fact. It's a bit out the way, but it would be nice to place it around there. Must be placed on a roadside. What if we level out a little bit around here and have it like in this corner? That would look quite good, wouldn't it? Let's do that. So, I want to level it off and say about there for our level. So we'll just sort of shrink all this down. As you can see, what we're doing is making an area for it, right? And we'll sort of put it out the way. Soil availability is high, so what we'll do is just dump it here. Just dump the soil there. Just landfill. There you go. Doesn't really matter for now. Doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to get rid of soil. Don't know why this is even in the game. Stupid thing. Blah, blah. Maybe it's due to balance or resources of the game. I don't really know and don't really care. Right. And then over to that. Back to cutting this back. And there we go. So, that should hopefully be enough. I can't see a thing. I mean, it does show a little bit of light where my mouse pointer goes, and there's a higher setting, but you'd think it would be a bit better than just complete and utter pitch darkness. So we'll have a road, and we'll have a road going in and around. We don't really need a lot of road, I think. Go for a straight road like that, and that should hopefully be level enough to then put in a nuclear power plant, which it is, and we can put it there. There you go. Obviously, that is without power. Sorry, it's not without power, but it is without water. Water is now resolved, and there you go. It should be okay. Yes, but it's now supplying power to nowhere. So what I will do is have a power line go over and along and connect up, and then our road will go from there essentially down to there. We'll curve it round naturally. Now I know some people would be a bit concerned about having a nuclear power plant on the same road as this, but this is a secure road. That's sort of the point, isn't it? There we go, one nuclear power plant. So in terms of power, we should be fine. Yep. In fact, we're producing 1377 megawatts. More than enough for the city. Okay, so where do we go from here? Well, we need residential, a little bit of it, and, well, that'll slowly get built by, as you can see, it's slowly creeping along here, so we don't need to worry too much about that. That's resolving itself. We do, however, have a massive demand for industry and offices, and as you can see, the spruce works is pretty much maxed out. Like, there's nothing we can really do there. We could go over this side and have another spruce works. That would be quite good. It would be nice to do the same thing around here with the spruce works, but I don't really know. I think we need a big office centre, which we have here. This is all offices, but we just don't have another one, and I think it's time to start thinking about maybe this side. What I'll do, similar thing to Riverside, like this is currently a front of, oh my good grief, there's a lot of dead person waiting to be transported. What we're going to do is have a lot of this as, oh sorry, this is currently commercial down the front, and then the back is residential, and also they're without heat. They are without heat. How are they without heat? That's problematic. We don't have... We have extra insulation on there. But we don't have any... Why are they without heat? That is a bit weird. That is very weird, in fact. I don't know how there could be not enough heat in just that grid. I really don't know why. Because extra insulation is on. We haven't got only electricity or no electricity for heat. We haven't got either of those selected. So I don't know why that's going up or down. Budget for heat is not even set. Like, you don't have it, as far as I can tell. So I don't really know why that's causing. That's why that's doing that. What we'd have to do is run some more heat pipes, but then we'd have to actually create one of those, which we could do around here. Actually, there's a lot of trees around here. We could have another spruce works here. What do you think? That might not be a bad idea. Have a big industry here. Perhaps it might be a good thing. What I'm going to do first, though, is all of this area, I'm going to change to, well, we'll go over to our roads, and as you can see on the back bit here, we just have single roads, but we're going to change it to trees because it's a bit more tree-ish around the back. And then we will do a curved road and curve it round, and naturally just follow the sort of contours of the map. And we'll go all the way over to here, and perhaps just straight in like so. And then obviously we do want to have little connections as we progress along. Some of these will be a little bit too steep, but hopefully we'll be alright. Yeah, most of them fine. So we'll have all of this front section as similar thing to that we did before with the... I don't like that corner. I'm going to change it. Hang on. Curve it around. Yeah, this back bit here is going to be probably all sort of commercial. I think commercial is the right way to go. Probably. This will be commercial. This front bit, and the back bit will be offices. I reckon that bridge is going to see a lot of traffic. That dam will see a lot of traffic. Okay, so let's run some water. Bit of water. Because, you know, people have thirst and they also like toilets. Actually, you can fulfill both if you're playing Fallout games. Right, so there's that connected up. All water. Obviously, Lecky gonna have a bit of an issue. Although the dam will supply it, to be fair. If we build it around here, the dam should supply it. Let's try that then. I don't know. High density commercial zone. Will it work? Will it work? We should work. Should work. Right. So, we'll put some high density commercial around here. And then this should start filling up. It should start fill up. Let's see what happens. Well, before we let it crack on though, we'll go over to buses and we'll put a couple of taxi stands in, like you do. I always put a couple about the place. Generally on the front, so I should really delete these other ones. Oh, people are starting to build, which is good. I just put them on front because they're very near the edge anyway. So there. There. And then there, that's fine. Out of electricity, but it doesn't really matter for the time being. Bus stops as well, we're going to do the same thing. So over to bus stops, and we'll have a bus stop that goes around. Essentially, it's just going to go around the around this area, and then we'll probably have a bus that comes across. I know a lot of people have mentioned several times that my buses are terrible in the game, and I agree, they are pretty crap. Like, to get from one side to the other, we don't have a bus. Which we'll resolve now by going one there, and one there. And we'll go along, and round. Then what we'll do, there, and then we'll have a bus that comes across, and across here, you see? Like across the dam, and then finally like that. There you go, and there's our bus. So, if we go over to here, this should be powered up. Is it going to make me a liar? Yes! Power! Woohoo! Something I said actually was true for once, and it worked exactly as planned. And it was planned. Right, I don't know what happened to normal me, because that normally doesn't happen. Right, so that's all sorted. Excelente. We now need to go to offices and do the same thing, but on the back. Again, keeping it close to this front area, because we want it to generate around here rather than elsewhere. We don't, however, excuse me, have a... We have a lightning strike, apparently. We don't have, like, a really, really nice park or anything. So we could have a park with trees somewhere. Which would be nice to have. Just trying to get the right size to fit it in. That'd be nice. Nice. We also don't have, like, a big building. What have we got? Fantastic fountain. Footy stadium. I think we'll have an expo centre. Oh, that's very nice. Tax office. It's not very nice. No. The Grand Mall. Ooh, people like to shop, eh? The Opera House. The Opera House would be very nice around here. Overlooking this area. Be very, very nice, wouldn't it? Do we have the Expo Centre as well? Is that the Expo Centre? There it is. There's the Expo Centre. Yes, it is. But where can we put it? Oh, it did fit there somewhere. See it went green for a second? There. It would fit there. It'll look nice there as well, won't it? There we go. There's an Expo Centre. Obviously, this side feels a bit left out. So we'll put an Opera House in. I would like it on the end, though. Oh, it would fit in, but it'd have to delete loads of stuff. And I don't like that. Do we want one around here? An Opera House? Have to delete a lot of stuff we've just already seen placed. Come on then, I'll place it. They'll put up and shut up, won't they? So we've got some more areas to seed, like so. Trying to do it in a staged approach, so we have the industry and stuff expanding naturally along with the... Oh, that's wrong. Along with the offices and such. So there we go. So we have the Expo Centre. Sorry, that's the Opera House. That actually looks really ugly, I think. It's all like bashed metal and stuff. I don't like the textures on that. It looks like Geiger's made it. Let's look over to the Expo Centre. That's nice. That's okay. And we've got hot dog van going over there. And the sun rising. Very, very nice. Very, very pretty. Nice lighting as well. Okay, so that's good. As you can see, the demand for things is reducing quite drastically. So we've got our industry made going down. We've got our commercial zone going down, but our residential going up. So let's check over here and make sure that residential is... Ah, there you go. It is actually maxed out. So now we know why. So again, stage approach just along here like so. All of these will be filled in eventually. This is high density. I'm going for low density. Low density we'd put in areas like around here. Like around here, I think. Probably expand this side. But what we want to do actually, I've just realised, go to fire department and we'll probably place some sort of firefighting solution system around the back, because at the moment, if something gets set on fire, then it will just burn down. We don't want that, do we? No, we don't. Definitely not. And we'll go for also a prison area. Not prison, sorry. What the hell is that? Something's there. Oh, it's just... I was going to say, it's saying something is built there, but it doesn't tell you what. Let's go for a cop shop. Probably about the end there. Okay. Don't need to bother with schools or anything like that, because this is obviously industry. We still have this as technically Riverside. So it's actually going to be, if we... Oh, that's out of power. It will get there eventually. If we go over to our district, you can see that this is still Riverside. So that is actually a area that's set up with tourism. Specializations is tourism specialization. There you go. These are still without power, which is worrying. Sorry, not power. They're still without... heating, which worries me so. Ah! Ah! That's why. There you go. Problem solved. Yeah. Now that I think about it, that's exactly what happened last episode. The very last part of last episode was me going, oh, there with that water, I'll fix it. Dumph. And then I placed that. And I never noticed that. Nobody else did either, apparently, because there was no comments to say, hey, did you realise you'd done this? No, I did not. Let's just have a look at the demonic overlay known as traffic and see that traffic is critical around here. A lot of vans and such going through and around here. And again, look at all that. Look at all of these. A lot of it is due to the spruce works and the other places around here having like donut vans and stuff, and they have to go in the city because essentially they don't want to go around this, and then they go through and then down and around into here. You would think they would use this more, but for some reason they don't. I mean, they're starting to, but there's not a massive usage. We'll go to traffic and we'll manage traffic lights and just turn them off because they're the devil. And there we go. Right. So that's that resolved. Let's have a quick look at the tweeter because we haven't checked. Why are you cutting down all the trees? Hope our city will not turn into a barren wasteland. I agree. I hope it doesn't either. Our vacation was extended. Could someone water the plants while we're away? Exactly. Tons of seaweed produced for human consumption every year. Goes surprisingly well with brownies. Weed of the sea. Apparently. Why are you cutting down... Why are you cutting down all the trees? I hope our city will not turn into a barren wasteland. Again, yes, I cut the trees down here because I didn't want your planes to crash. I hope that is okay with yourself. Oh, well. There's it, like, passengers 5 out of 200. That jet plane. I don't think that's going to make a lot of money. Oh my good grief, look at this. This is, yeah, problematic at best, isn't it? Look at that. That's really problematic. Do you know what it might be? Because I've got my docks here. Oh, yes, it is. Look at that. Oh, my God. Yep, I found the issue. These cargo docks are essentially killing this part of the city. Right. So, we can't have the cargo docks there. Can't have them. Look at the amount of traffic it's making. It's making loads of traffic. The only resolution, as far as I can tell, is make all of this, like, no big heavy traffic. So they'd have to go along here, round there, on here, and then back that way. Or up this road, and then on there. I should really have a connection here as well, but I don't. Which I should really resolve. It wouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's have a quick look. Over the highway. 3-lane highway with sound barrier. Actually, we'll just go for 3-lane highway. So from here, we need an off-ramp. There's an off. Okay. And we need an off one from here. Which will go up and around. Too far. And so it begins the building of the highway. That's going underground. That's the wrong way. And then down onto the ground. We'll turn snapping off. Which means slope too steep. It is not too steep. Okay. So that comes off. And then to go back on, you would have one going in there. And then on that way. So we could have... it would have to go... That's off. And that's off. To go back onto this, it's quite similar to that. We'll reduce it down to the ground again. Hang on. It's that, essentially. Right, so you go back onto that. And to get onto this one, you would have to go... It's going to be a bit difficult, this one. But we'll see what we can do. Simply a case of building it up and over and seeing where it can fit, which apparently is a tiny bit there. There we go. And then finally, why is space already occupied? I think it's glitching out because of that road. Yeah. Even though it placed it, it's not really going to be a legit thing. Delete that again, back over a little bit. And over to there. Then over to... There'll be a section where it'll be allowed. And then, yes, there we go. And down. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh my god, he's done it wrong. Oh no. Well, that's because yeah, I know. It's the wrong way. But it's easy to build. Rotate. So, on. And on. Off. And then off. Yep. Okay, that's... Yeah, why not? I was going to say that's about what I wanted. It is about what I wanted. It's just not entirely perfect. But what is? Nothing. Okay. So, from here, we want a straight road to about there. And a curvy road, like so. And then another curvy road to about there. And then finally, want another one which can go there, hopefully. There you go. And then finally just highway stuff. So highway will go straight road 1. And that is, hang on. Snapping's off, but it's still snapping, which is always problematic. And then well, we will actually have that one as curved, because otherwise it will look stupid. And we're missing one. Ah, crap. Too close then. Yeah. I'll have to delete a couple of these. That one and that one. Let me change the overall sun level so I can see what I'm doing. So I'll go into here. Delete that. How is it space already occupied? It's strange. Look at that, space already occupied. Up to there, curved road. And there you go, highway. And there we are. So, on, off, off, on. There you go. Right, so... More that placed. What I'm going to do now is say deselect a lot of these buildings because for some reason they are commercial or residential. Sorry, commercial or whatever that they shouldn't be. These should be offices, and we'll have all those as offices like so. And then there's that all sorted, which is weird because we normally don't put them around here. So actually, yeah. Now that I think about it. Probably don't want that. These ones in the center we can handle. The rest, no. And then we'll put water, which actually the water availability looks okay. But we'll do that just to expand it, because that should be about right. Okay, so we've got another entrance over to this area, which is good. The problem still is all of this. So all of the cargo dock traffic is taking a lot of really heavy big plant and sort of big machines and like 18-wheeler trucks and stuff, and just all of that essentially look like logging and things like that all up this road, which is not only treacherous because you're carrying massive logs up a steep hill, but it's also driving it through the entire city over to here. That's not good. So what we need to do is we need to change it so we have the docks over this side. We'll connect them up directly to this highway, which means if the spruce works and stuff wants to ship out, they put it on here. They go along, all the way along the highway, use the highway up until they get to here, and then it's off. So actually, it's a lot simpler, it's a lot easier, but it's a lot of work. But we'll get on with that next episode. As always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching, take care, and that is going quite well. And generic partings, obviously.